Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Margaret and you're welcome. So today I'm going to do an eyebrow tutorial. Before I get into it, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. So to do an eyebrow, you're going to be needing some things, okay? And the first thing you're going to need is your pencil, of course. I have two pencils here. This one is deeper than this one. So you're going to be needing a pencil. You can use one, but I choose two of different shades. And you're going to need your powder brush, okay? You're going to need your powder brush and you're going to need your concealer brush, okay? You're going to need a concealer brush and your scrolling brush. And of course, you're going to need your foundation. You can also use a concealer for this. You're going to need your beauty blender, to blend out the foundation. And I have here a mixing plate. This is optional. You can mix the foundation on your hand if you don't have a mixing plate. So you start off by getting your pencil and your scrolling brush. So you brush out your eyebrow and then you carve out the line. You first draw the line of how you want your brow to be. I don't start from the front, I always start from the middle. So you start from the middle. If you're using two pencils like I'm doing, like one light and one deep, you use the deeper pencil for the outer part. So that's what I'm going to do right now. You start from the middle like this. Then you draw that line. As you are going down, you release your hand a little bit like this. And don't worry, your line doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to correct that. So when you're done with the outer part, you draw it forward, build that line forward. When you're coming forward, you don't press too much because we want the outer part to be deeper than the front part. So you repeat the same process for the upper parts like this. I think I'm going to make it a bit thicker like this. Now you fill in with your pencil. I want to use the lighter pencil to fill in the front part. The front part is already thick, so I'm not going to do a lot of filling there. Then you brush it out with your scrolling brush. I think this part is a bit faded, so you fill in. You check to see the faded parts, then you fill in to make sure you get that perfect finish. This part is a bit off, so I'm going to fill that part to bring that arc there. Okay, this is better. Brush it out. Okay, so when you're done with this part, you get your concealer brush and your foundation. Okay, I'm going to put it on my mixing plate. You make sure you have concealer on both sides of the brush, okay? And then you brush off the excess. You don't want too much foundation on your brush, else it will mess up your eyebrow. Now I start concealing from the bottom part, so you bring your brush the middle like this. You slowly curve it down. Then you build it forward. You continue like that until you're done. Now, one thing you need to know, guys, when you're using or when you're choosing concealer for your brow, you make sure that the one you use for the down part is either one shade lighter than your skin or the same shade as your skin, okay? This one I'm using, I think it's one shade lighter than my skin. Yeah, it's always better that way. So use concealer or foundation which is one shade lighter than your skin tone for the down part. So now you blend it out with your beauty blender. Okay, so now we go to the top part. So for the upper part, you have to use foundation that is the same tone as your skin, right? So I'm going to mix a darker foundation with this one to get my skin tone, because the dark foundation I have here is darker than my skin. So I'm going to mix a little bit of that with the one I used down here. It's one shade darker than this, which is darker than my skin tone, so I can't use it alone here, else it's going to be darker than my skin. You can see how it is. Don't know if you can see it, but it's darker than my skin, so I'm going to use that and mix together with the one I used for the down part to get my skin tone, and then use it for the top parts. So that's another tip. If you don't have your shade, you can mix to get your shade. So you start from the outer part. think that part was a bit big, so I'm making it small in this process. Then you build to the front. You take your time, guys, because if you ruin it, you're going to give yourself a whole lot of work. Okay, so now you blend it out. As you can see, I didn't use a lot of foundation for the top part. You use very little foundation for the top part. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Now you get your scrolling brush. Brush the front to fade it out. And then you brush everything together. How does that look, guys? I love it. So when you're done, you set with powder, right? Oh, I think I didn't show that. So you also need a powder, right? You need a powder to set the foundation. You can use a smaller brush for this. Yeah, so this is the final look, guys. I really wanted to do the other one off camera and bring it back, but I'm not going to do makeup, so I'll just leave it here, and that is not going to show anyway, and it's the same process as this. So this is the final look, guys. I hope this video was helpful to you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.